Welcome back to our channel, Into It Travels. So it's just me on the outside now, and we are doing a special video today, one different from the other usual video what we do, but it's still travel video. And today I'll be sneaky doing a introduction without my wife knowing about what I'm up to until I upload the video. I'm gonna try to keep it as a secret, so she won't know this part of the video, but the other part of the video she will know, because it's me and her will doing it together. But this part I'm just gonna, anyway, before we get onto it now, I'm in a place called Margate, not in the main holiday section like, but I'm just at the sea right here, as you can see, So we've been to park up since last night, go for a great walk right out in the town. But the video is about today, cooking. So the plan is to show you how my wife cook with this one burner, because we only have one cooker then, one burner and the cooker stove then, right? And the way how she do such delicious cooking anyway, and that's one burner, and how she tackle it and get around to making delicious food. No, I would say she's really a great cook. Trust me. I don't know, she creates all these type of ideas sometimes, when it come on. It's special cooking on one burner. No, she so remind me back in my days, like in Jamaica. And even if you think about even traditional time gone by in Africa and Jamaica anyway, because we only used to use one wood fire, cooking on the outside or in the kitchen then with one wood fire. And you have to multitask all the pot them to cook on this one thing, because you can't have multiple fire going. It's only if some form of celebration or something and you set big fire with a community thing. But for everyday cooking, it's just one fire and you use that one fire and cook everything. So this is what it's about today anyway. So I'm gonna sneakily approach her in the cooking anyway. And don't tell her. It's a secret between our viewers. So wait until I upload the video and then she can actually see it. This part of the video anyway. She's not gonna know that part of the video until. So just show you the little van anyway. Still black out because we sleep right here so last night, and we are sleeping here tonight again. So that's how it is anyway, actually. So I start the video right here, but the cooking might not take place right here because we haven't had breakfast yet. We make a special juice for our digestive system. I will make you know about that in the future. What drink was it anyway to help clear our intestine and those type of things. And then we just now have fruits anyway. So either later on or next day I will catch her in the cooking, and find out what she cooking, and I give a sketch how she maneuver from start to finish and this cooking here anyway. So it's a secret. Don't tell her. Right? Yes, it's a secret. I didn't even realize there was a motorhome down there. I'm not gonna find out, But right here says a nice vibes today. And as you can see, many car park along here. So there's a few space available for camper van and motor home, and it's free. Free, yeah, cause you see all those caravan there now. There, as you can see, they park up, and there's a caravan up there, so where they're working on some glass ahead. Anyway, and then I don't know if it's Ramgate shipping lane that, or it is Dover. I'm not sure which one is it, but that ship over there, if you can see it being over there from we come from yesterday, that one there is sailing to where I don't know, and the other one and the other one. Anyway, so all of those graffiti, what I'm sketching there, that's all down in Margate here. Becoming like all these buildings become derelict. So that's the reason why people maybe just graffiti them all up anyway. This is the scene. Great dear, it is nearly summertime and the weather is sweet, yeah. I don't want to see no fish are jumping because I don't see any of they are jumping. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go straight back inside of the camper van, and I just want you to stay tuned. We have so many more ideas and cooking coming up. Just bear with us, because our idea is to do pure healthy cooking. And because we are vegan anyway from long time, from I was teenager, I have no meat, no fish, So it's from then. And now, yeah. So I will be eating. I don't say everything is organic 100% because it's very hard to say what is organic from not organic. Even although you go into the store, the supermarket, and they say it's organic, but I wasn't there when they was planting it. I try our best to get. So in our traveling, if we can go where in a farm where they have shop selling their real organic thing, yeah, I will do that there. So that is the plan anyway. Well, today, again, now we're in a different location, as you can see before. And right now, we're going to, the cooking thing. See, you remember I said to you about my wife, do some cooking anyway, And so, from the seaside to in the wilderness, in the forest, see the main little home here, nice and everything. So, we're going to catch up on her now and see what's happening. So what are you cooking today?
I am cooking something new. We are having a red lentil and beetroot fusilli pasta with a medley of vegetables. We're going to steam some broccoli and some corn, little baby corns. Right there. So we're going to have steamed corn, steamed broccoli, and I'm going to make a nice little sauce with some red onion, red pepper, tomato, some spinach, and a little salad on the side, which will be celery, tomato, and parsley. De-string the celery, so there are no complaints of stringy celery in the salad. It's the easiest way that I know to do it. Just to strip down. Otherwise it gets really chewy and stringy, kind of like takes the joy away from eating crunchy celery. Stop there.
No, as you can see what you're doing, I don't bother with the cooking thing there. So again, it's too much aggravation for me. Not like I can't do it, but I just love how to do that part, right? And the best part of it, guess me what? The best part of it, guess me and tell me what you think is the best part of it.
So this is all going in for the celery salad, which we will have on the side as our little bit of raw food. Celery, the shape of celery, is really good for your bones, the sodium content in there. So it's really good to eat raw. And you don't really have to have salt when you use celery because of its natural sodium content. So, yep.
What is that now?
Well, put parsley in there because we're eating the onion raw. I mean, parsley is a really good blood cleanser, but it also counteracts the rawness of the onion for your bread. Not too much of an oniony bread. Yeah. I'll probably put a little bit more parsley in after. Okay, let's check on that. It's not boiled yet. So this is what we need to do. We need to function while we're cutting one thing. And then this is going to be our organic apple cider dressing. So we're just going to put a little bit of this. And then apple cider vinegar is really good for your digestion. Just let that,
Go on.
just let the salad have a little marinade while I get on and prepare everything else. So just give that a little mix. Going to put that down. Okay. So I'm going to prep the veggies that we're going to make the sauce with stir fry first. Because remember, it's just a one burner that we use while the water's boiling. I do all the prep work. And then I'll put the veggies in and half cook those and then put the pasta and the veggies, which are the broccoli and the corn, and then put everything back together. So the magic happens. Some people cut this piece out thinking that it's not good to eat, but honestly, it's kind of like the only things I take out for pepper are the seeds. They're not really needed and they're too tough in there. So yeah, work for a little bit of space that we've got. So the challenge, working in a small space, small chopping boards, things at time, the amount of food that I drop down the side of the fridge that we have to clear out every now and then, but this is just the reality of it. So pepper's done. On to the courgette next, that's already been washed. And we try and get organic as much as possible. Unfortunately, the courgette wasn't organic today, but the broccoli is, peppers were, I think the celery was. So, yeah, we try and eat as organic as possible. working in our small space, we've got one knife. So if anything happens to this knife, we'll be on to our regular butter knife. Push it overboard. Okay, check the water. Okay. So the water's boiled. So now it's time to get the frying pan on. So I'm going to take that off. Use up as much space as possible that's available. And get the frying pan out first. Not too bad.
Start again.
We're on a little bit of a lean here, so the part up is just slightly lean. So I just have to keep a check that everything cooks as evenly as possible. Coconut oil, this is what we use. Cold pressed and organic when we can. So we want a nice oily sauce. It's a good healthy oil, coconut fat, so because that's going to be the main sauce for the pasta. And start putting the... So I'm going to put some of this lovely salt. Our daughter brought this back from, where did she go? Finland, Iceland. It's a lava salt. So it is a salt mixed with charcoal. It just gives it a really nice, it's very light actually. It's not a very salty salt. Then we're going to put some cayenne pepper because somebody loves cayenne pepper. We're going to put some black pepper. Give it a nice heat to the dish. We've got some Italian herbs. Because it's a pasta dish, so we've got to bring Italy into it. And then we are lovers of thyme, so we put a nice amount of thyme in. And then I'm going to the onion in. I need to chop the rest of the onion. We're just going to cook up the onion for a few minutes first, then add the courgette in. Okay, peppers are ready to go in. Smells good?
Mm-hmm. So now people can actually see how one can manage with one burner, like in the long time days gone by, with the wood fire cooking, as I mentioned before, you know. So multitasking with all these different ingredients and whatever are going to the pot anyway. And then the other part will come later on. Little more waiting and see. What's the next part?
After it's cooked, you mean?
No. In the process of the cooking, I'm
No, I'm
talking.
going to steam this down now. So this kind of like steams down.
Not that going to steam down, or this just going to fry down?
No, well, it's in oil, but it's going to steam itself. I'm going to put a lid on it.
That's what I meant.
It's going to soften it
Yeah.
up. Yeah, so we'll do that. The water's already boiled. That's why I boil the water first, because when this is nearly cooked, then I switch it over and I put the pasta in and the veggies to steam over the pasta. So, yeah, I'm going to put a lid on that. Oh, I'm going to add some. This is garlic granules. We do have fresh garlic, but honestly, like, garlic granules are really good to work with when you're cooking. Okay. Give it a little mix. All right, so it's ready now for the spinach to go on. So this is organic spinach. So I'm just going to set the spinach on top. Just make sure it's all tucked in. And we're just going to give it a minute of steam with the lid on, and then we're going to get into the next part of the meal. I'm going to have to move that. Okay, so off with this pot. By the way, we've only got two pots. We've got the frying pan and we've got this pot here. So before I put the pasta in, I'm going to give this a little, so this is how we steam. Put this on here. And then that lid goes on there. And then this just sits on here, so it allows it all to just steam away. So we've got the water in the pot, we've got the broccoli and the corn in the sieve, and this is a silicone sieve for those that might be thinking, oh no, it's plastic, it's going to melt. It's fantastic, it's a collapsible one. So that just sits on top, just a few minutes first, because this pasta isn't going to take long to cook at all, especially it being lentil and beetroot flour. And yeah, we're not really big pasta eaters, but it's really, I think everybody who knows a quick dish, pasta is fantastic for that. Honestly, I got this because it looks so really pretty and it sounded healthy, and it would just be nice to try something new, which I try and do every shop, try and bring something new. So the sweet corn, I can't remember the last time I had that baby sweet corn. So yeah, just a few more minutes in there, pop the pasta in, keep the steam on, let it all cook down, and then put this back on for 2 minutes, and then we'll be dishing it out. So, yeah, soon ready.
And why I have this little time here, why everything is cooking, it's about time I get a chance to show you a little bit. You know, I don't know if I ever actually show you the upgrade of this whole system here from before, what I've done a few months ago. So, as you can see, my lithium battery is right underneath there, 100 amp hours lithium battery. And there is my switching inverter. This I wiring all myself anyway. So right now we have no electrical problem like running out of power, you know. Although it's not hooked up to the solar yet, because we have our blue letter there still hooking up to the solar, which is still getting all our power from still to charge our laptop. I couldn't tell when last I've turned on my inverter. The only thing I turn on my inverter to charge is my camera, because the camera that I have, I actually buy it in the US and the plug is so different, so I have to actually plug it into this here, because this is a universal plug underneath there. So that is what it anyway, you know, breaker, and there's the next breaker down there. This is the main breaker for one push and everything switch off clean, you know. Yeah, so I'm very proud of ourselves, really completing, you know, almost, it's only thing I said before, we don't have in this van here, it's just a shower, but almost everything else is in here, you know, our CCTV camera up there. Anyone trespassing will get taken, right?
You're on camera, and our Wi-Fi is tucked up.
Oh gosh, you're gonna put on a pretty hat,
Yeah.
you know.
Up there, that's the Wi-Fi.
You see that hat there now? Soon it used to be with different color. You know, just gonna flick off the hat and it changed to color.
Hugo's a real hat and shoes man. Yes.
Hat and shoes, man? No.
And glasses. Hat,
no.
shoes and
I
glasses.
don't say glasses and not shoes. I just get, well, one time I used to have a lot of Clarks. Yeah, but no. It's only one Clarks I have, and the one trainers and one slippers, something like that, yeah? So, remember I did say I was gonna slim down everything. So, it is nearly ready.
No, well, you can see the steam's coming up, so that's what I want. I want the lid to be steamed up first, then I know it's time for the pasta to go in. We like to eat our steamed veggies quite raw. We prefer to eat a lot of our food raw. So obviously for a pasta dish, it's nice to have a sauce like this. But so I'm just going to take the slight rawness of them so they'll still be fresh and crunchy. And yeah, this is what it is.
One might one might wondering why I'm asking all these questions like I'm so close in the van and I don't really pay attention sometimes with the cooking. Because I don't want to take on those tasks anyway with this one burner yet anyway. But you will eventually see me do some cooking as well. Not only cooking, some raw food style as well. And I tell you something, promise. Just tune in this channel and you will see some really great where I can do some raw food and some, we call it what we call those pie again now?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, skipper's pies, we were calling them.
No,
Paradise pies.
Paradise pie anyway.
Yeah.
You just have to look on it and your mouth just start run water. Trust me. And cook. See? So just stay tuned to what?
Creative cooking.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes. So once it starts steaming, I know that everything is ready to pop our lovely pasta in. That little stir. Now pasta doesn't really like to be covered, but when you're using one pot, you just have to do things a different way creatively. So keep an eye on it so it doesn't boil over, but we want the steam to continue steaming the veggies while the pasta is cooking. Take about 7 to 9 minutes, it says. So I'll just start prepping everything else in about 5 minutes to dish out.
Now, where we are at this park up here, I can see some little, looking like some little house. I don't know what are they. If anyone can think of it, I'm gonna try to zoom it up anyway. Think what they are. It seems to me like it is some form of bird cage or rabbit. I don't know what is it anyway, but this is the first time I'm seeing something like this here. So if anyone know what those are, just drop a thing in the comment and yeah, and say. Well, anyway, this park up what we park up last night is the most quietest park up we ever have, apart from up in the Lake District, you know. But this park up here, last night after all the cars, maybe the car them leave about late evening, you know, and then when it get dark, we the only vehicle here, and only thing I can hear is just airplane, the cage and the airplane will pass above. And even birds I'm not hearing anymore. Nothing, not even a car sound, no one, not even one car passed by while I was here. It just late morning, then the car them start to arrive, you know.
Do salt. So just take them out. So I'll cook it.
Testing. Tasting then. Testing.
Tasting 1, 2, 3. I don't cook with, still so hard. Not so hard. Couple of minutes. We don't cook salt.
I mean, don't cook with salt. You put salt in there.
No, not with the, I was just about to say, don't cook with salt with pasta or rice because of our sauce that we have with it. So, tastes good though, it's quite nice. Okay, time to come off. So we swap now, so we'll take this one off. We put that back on just for a couple of minutes. In fact, mix in the spinach now because it's nicely steamed. Just to very lightly cook the spinach. Goes back on. You can see nicely steamed. And then I'm going to, see if I can move it here. I'm going to strain off our pasta. Lovely colour. Because the last thing we want is pasty pasta. Dry that pasta a little bit firmer than softer, that's for sure. Right, you know what the time is now? Time is to dishing out time.
People don't remember what I said in the beginning part of the video. Say, no, not the beginning part. When we just start to cook, the best part of it is when it's the time to start to eat. In just a few more seconds or a minute, it will be devouring by me. Share the rest of the things.
It's quite tasty. I guess that's the reality when you use alternative pastas, that they can become a little bit pasty, but see, it's all in the flavour. Smells so good. Maybe that's the future of technology, being able to smell when food's being cooked. Got French visitors next door, so there we go.
So let's taste now. Yes. What you said this pasta was again now? Out of what is it again?
Lentil and beetroot.
Lentil and beetroot, all right.
I think what I know about gluten pasta is that the gluten is what makes the pasta stick together. So maybe being gluten-free, which is why it's gone a little bit...
It's quite hot. But...
It is hot.
Beautiful.
Oh, how do they taste? It's the first time I'm steaming them. Oh, for anybody that doesn't know that, Hugo loves his food and he makes a lot of noise when he eats.
Hey, the best thing, yeah. When you hear somebody mouth, and what's up? Them a full jar.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm not a stush eater, but yeah. Cut with knife and fork one little time. And so.
No, don't offend knife and fork eaters.
No, I'm not offending. You know, because I don't really have too much thing to wipe off, man, to wipe it off out in the grass.
Oh, I don't know what that means. What's off in the grass?
The traditional way, the original way. When you eat, you just go and find a leaf or a grass and wipe off your hand after you don't eat. You know, because I could use my hand and eat. But because of the trouble right now, I just can't be bothered just eat with my hand like that, you know. But one day, I will prove it and show you how I can eat with my hand, you know.
Maybe when you make your jam fufu, yeah, you can do that. Well, I'm going to go and eat mine now. And yeah,
creative cooking, yeah.
It is creative cooking, definitely, absolutely. Not only creative cooking, but getting creative in a very small space with just one knife, one wooden spoon, one cooking pot, one frying pot, and yeah, making it work, really. So yeah, keep watching. Thank you for watching. And what do you say?
Yeah, creative cooking is nice. Here we are go again with the food cooking. I feel so much better than the regular pasta to me anyway, because is the natural beans are, what you call it again, lentil and
Beetroot.
and beetroot.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I think it would be really nice in a cold salad as well. You know, so, and a bigger pot. I think that's one of the reasons why it's come out like this. But it tastes really yummy. It does. I would buy it again. Would you like it again? Really nice. Full of flavour. And you're right.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Think on that good, nice.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin, howling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in.